Hello everybody, today on Pressure Crisp, we're going to be doing apple crisp, but we're only doing 2 portions. Some people have asked me in the past to cut down the portions on certain recipes, so I figured I would just start off with apple crisp. Let's just get started and jump right in. You're going to turn on your Ninja Foodi. We're going to go to bake roast. We're going to set the temp for 350. We're just going to go ahead and hit start. It defaults to 15 minutes, which is fine because we are just preheating the Ninja Foodi for right now. So while that Ninja Foodi is warming up, preheating, we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to show you one section of apple on the size that is required. This is a Macintosh apple. You want to use a more wet apple when you're using the Ninja Foodi. If you use a more dry apple, such as a Gala, because I've tried this, it kind of like dehydrates. It doesn't get to that nice like apple pie, apple crisp consistency. So you're going to peel your apple. You're going to cut it once more. Just push it off to the side. You're going to take your little paring knife, cut the center out. Once again, be careful because the knife is coming towards you. I just take it, you're going to cut it here and here. And then you're just going to cut it into like cube-sized pieces. And that's the size that you should have, is like right there. They don't have to be perfect because these are going to cook down. And I'm just going to add them to my bowl. I've already cut up a bunch of apples and I did add a half of a squeezed lemon to prevent them from browning any further. This is about probably 3 cups of apples here. And it was probably 3 to 4 apples depending on your size. This is the size I used right here. And once again, it's a Macintosh apple. So we have our apples. We'll put those off to the side. We're going to be using, to season the apples or sweeten the apples, there's 2 tablespoons of sugar in here and a teaspoon of cinnamon. We're just going to whisk this together, and that's what it looks like right there. And all you're going to do, you're just going to pour this over the apples. Take a spatula or a wooden spoon, and you want to just stir the apples to coat them. That looks really good. Now I'm just going to put these off to the sides, and now we're going to make the topping. So to make that crumb topping, you're going to take 2 tablespoons of butter, and you're going to dice them up. This is the way I do it. You can probably do it a different way. There we are. That's done. So to our bowl, we're going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of flour, 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, which is a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. You're also going to grab salt. You're just going to put in a pinch of salt. It just enhances the flavor. And you're also going to add a 1/4 cup of oats. Now we're going to mix this together. I'm going to break that brown sugar up. There we go. Now you're going to go ahead and add the butter to this. I like to break it up and just add each individual piece. There. So before pressing it in, I like to coat, just give it a quick stir to coat it. Then you're just going to take your fork, or if you have a pastry cutter, go ahead and use that. You're just going to press on the butter and press it into this mixture. You can use a food processor. So we have 2 ramekins in front of us. I already did one for that, the parchment paper. You're going to take this parchment paper, you want to build up the sides. Now I'm going to show you how to do that, but this will make do. You're just going to go down, you're going to cut. Whoops. And once again, mine's not perfect, so yours doesn't have to be perfect. But that's fine. Let's get that out of the way. You're probably going to cut off a few inches here. Just like that. And that basically is just going to go in just like this. You just want that parchment paper in there to build up the sides of the ramekin. Let's try rolling this. We're having technical difficulties. There we go. Just like that. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and take that apple mixture. I'm going to give these apples a stir. Alright, so what you're going to do, you're going to take a scoop of this apple, you're going to put it right in here. I'll do one to show you, then I'll do the other one off camera so you can see. See how that builds up on the sides? Because these apples will cook down. You can also pick up the parchment paper, take your spoon, and you want to push down on these apples a bit. Don't completely crush them, but you want to make sure they're pushed down a bit. So you can add as many apples as you can, because they will cook down. And this parchment paper will slide right out once you get done. There we go. That's perfect just like that, and I'll go ahead and do the other one. All right, look at that. They're well up on the sides. This will be fine because when these apples cook, they go right down to nothing. So we're going to take some of that topping, and you're just going to grab it. You can grab it with your fingers, which I'll probably just do right now. Fluff it up a bit, and you're just going to sprinkle it across the top. Also, another tip, you can make extra of this topping, and you can pop it in the freezer. And then you have topping ready-made whenever you feel like it. So you're going to take your enclosed rack that came with the Ninja Foodi, and you actually can get 4 on here if you double this recipe. All right, go ahead and open the lid. Just going to pick it up. Be careful not to burn yourself on the sides of the Ninja Foodi. Going to go ahead and lower the lid. So that's been preheating, and while the Ninja Foodi is working, you can actually increase the time. 20 minutes, and the temperature is 350. All right, we got 5 seconds left. I am going to open it before it cools, goes to the cool phase. Oh yeah, they are bubbling away. And it smells fantastic in here. I'm just going to take a sharp knife. Oh yeah, they're done. Definitely done. I'm going to go ahead and take them out of the Ninja Foodi, and as soon as they cool a little bit, we'll do a taste test. I do want to show you how these parchment sides, they just come right off. Just going to lift them. Look at that. Just beautiful. Take this one out. Perfect. Look at that. Gorgeous. Time for the taste test. As you can see how much they dropped because they were overstuffed like that high. So the apples cook, they go down, the topping goes right down on top of it, and it's beautiful. It's a full ramekin of apple crisp. Top is gorgeous. Let's see if we can get to that taste test. Oh boy. This is piping / steaming hot. So we're gonna have to be a little bit careful here. This is so good. You have that nice oat topping, which makes it a little bit nutty and also chewy. The texture is great. The apples are perfect. I'm not sure if you can see this. Look at that. Just beautiful. So please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.